Weather forecasts. Weather core forecasts are made in three important stages. The first stage is understanding current weather conditions. Forecasters must understand what the weather is doing now by making recordings of different weather variables over a 24-hour period. These include wind, cloud, temperature, humidity, precipitation, and pressure. There are 6 ways to take these measurements: satellite, land surface, marine upper air, radar, and thunderstorm location. And these recordings made are then sent to a huge weather forecasting centre and used to make a picture of the atmosphere. This is called an observation. The second stage of creating forecasts is calculating how the weather will change in the future. This is a very advanced stage because lots of data is taken, and from that useful data is to be identified and patterns found. This is done at the weather forecasting centres, where massive supercomputers are used to carry out extremely complex calculations using the observations as a starting point. They predict using many things such as surface pressure charts, which are charts which tell us where the wind is coming from and how strong it is. These supercomputers run an atmospheric model which contains over 1 million lines of code. The Met Office alone has 3 main supercomputers, which are capable of carrying out over 14,000 trillion calculations a second. The third stage is the last stage in the process, where meteorologists use expertise to refine the details of their forecast and ensure it is going to plan. If they see a small difference in the computer forecast and in observations, they have to tweak forecasts for the coming days to make sure they are as accurate as possible. Meteorologists use what are called empirical techniques to check the values. These are simple equations which compare their values of temperature to the supercomputers, making sure they are similar or exactly the same. A small difference in the two values can have big knock-on effects. For example, if there was more clouds than expected, then there may be less sun. If there is less sun, then the temperature would be cooler. If the temperature in daytime was lower, the expected temperature at night would be expected to fall even further. The colder temperature at night, the higher the chance of frost or fog forming, and so on. This process helps the weather forecast on your phone match up to the weather in the sky, and it's quite a big job for meteorologists. So if you thought that your computers did all the work for them, you'd be quite wrong.